Hi, I'm Jasper De Soto, and today's video we're gonna talk about The Cry of Balintawak by Guillermo Masangkay. The first cry depicts the eagerness of the Filipinos to achieve the freedom they seek. Now, let's see what's happened during the event according to Masangkay's account. On August 26, a large gathering held at the home of Apolonio Samson, along with Andres Bonifacio, Emilio Jacinto, and many others who led the group for the planning. Andres Bonifacio gathered everyone to discuss the action they will take, with the help of Emilio Jacinto as secretary. Teodoro Plata, Bricio Pantas, and Pio Valenzuela objected to carrying out the revolution early because it was important to plan it well. According to Plata, enough weapons and food are needed to further strengthen their range. Bonifacio, sensing that he would lose in the discussion, sought the opinion of the people, and the majority said revolt. The tearing of the cedula happened, which was a sign of readiness for revolution and fighting with the Spaniards. They simultaneously tore up the cedulas and shouted, "Mabuhay, Republika ng Pilipinas!" Troops were distributed to strategic positions and to their respective leaders, which are Jacinto, Bonifacio, and many others. A fire ignited when Guardia Civil tried to terrorize the meeting place of the KKK after their declaration or cry. Now, what is the connection of De Jesus and Diaz versions of the cry with Masangkay's account? While Gregoria De Jesus was not a direct eyewitness during the uprising because she was with her parents when it took place, in her version, she mentioned that place where the Katipuneros gathered. It was stated in the first paragraph of Gregoria De Jesus' version of the first cry that she went to live with her parents in Caloocan, while Bonifacio and his men gathered in the hills of Balintawak for the War of Liberation. Adding on to this, she also stated that the date when the event happened, it was then that the uprising began, with the first cry for freedom on August 25, 1896. Meanwhile, I was with my parent. In connection with this, Olegario Diaz's account on the cry is similar to De Jesus. He stated that there was a big meeting or discussion among the Supreme Council of the KKK, which happened on August 25, 1896 and took place at the barrio of Balintawak. Since it was mentioned in Diaz's account, the discussion among the Supreme Council, this led us to the main highlight, which is Guillermo Masangkay version of the cry. His account was much more detailed and more credible because Guillermo Masangkay was a childhood friend of Andres Bonifacio. He was one of the original members of the Katipunan and a general at that. He was a direct eyewitness of the historic event and was with him at the start until the end of the event. With this, I conclude that the historic event happened in Balintawak, also known as the Cry of Balintawak.